Okay, so I just watched the first two episodes of the Kenobi series, parts one and two, episode one and two, whatever you want to call it. To preface, because I'm sure the title of whatever this video is going to be called will have my general opinion on it. I was pretty excited for this series. I have not watched many of the, well, any really, of the Disney Plus Star Wars shows except for the Clone Wars, the final season. That's really it. I watched like the first two episodes of The Mandalorian. I couldn't really get into it, but I can see how some people might like it. Book of Boba Fett didn't bother. Bad Batch didn't bother. So yeah, really only the Clone Wars I watched. Where do I even start? All right. Well, episode one. Okay. I was pretty pleasantly surprised at first. It was following Kenobi. You just see how he's living on Tatooine, and I was pretty interested. You see just how low key he's living. He's living in a cave. I mean, literally. You just see he's working as like a fish cutter, I guess. I don't know, like on an assembly line. Um, he's just living, breathing, chilling. I don't know. You could see his security that he set up. I don't know. I was interested at first. And Ewan is a great actor, so no problems there. So let's just cut to the Inquisitors when they first show up. They first show up, and again, I'm still not brought out of it. The main Inquisitor dude looks pretty cool. This is honestly where my first problem actually comes up, but it's not really. It wasn't a problem until the next episode, or the end of the first episode when I realized it was a problem. All of the Inquisitors have these cool designs, except for one, and it's just some woman. And sadly, that's going to be the main focus of the Inquisitors. You have all these Inquisitors with this awesome makeup and design, and yet the one that just looks like some girl is going to be the main focus? Why would you not focus on these cool designed, like, why? I just don't understand. They have such cool designs, and honestly, more personality. We'll get into it. More personality than, I don't even remember her name. Honest to God, I'm sorry. Anyway, so they show up, and honestly, you can feel the fear that the people are feeling when they show up. They're intimidating, and I think it really sets the tone. They go into the bar, and the main Inquisitor dude, who, again, I don't understand why he's not the focus, and we'll get more into that when I cover episode 2, but we're on episode 1 right now. He starts deducing, really slowly bringing out the Jedi. Basically, he goes into the bar and he deduces by all the evidence that he sees. There's like lightsaber marks on the walls, everyone in there is being quiet, and he basically is just trying to fish out, grow the fear and fish out the Jedi. Okay, so her name's Reva. I just looked it up. And then Reva just throws a knife at the main bartender, and then the Jedi stops it. First of all, this is when I had a question mark over my head. The Jedi has to hold his hand up to stop it. Haven't we seen like multiple instances of Jedi just not having to use their hand to use the Force? I don't know. Maybe it's because he's a low tier Jedi. I don't know. But that was just a question mark. Also, he somehow gets away. I don't understand how there was 3 Inquisitors there and they just let him run away. Don't they also have the Force? Couldn't they just stop him? Anyway, I don't know. He gets away. The main Inquisitor dude yells at Reva for being impulsive, which is, as you'll come to see, all there is to her character. That is all that there is to her character. That is it, at least so far. You see Obi-Wan. He buys a ship for Luke. He leaves it on they're outside. You see little baby Luke before this. Cool. Very cool. Owen's there. Cool. We're just gonna jump to the next scene, I guess. So Owen's there. He brings back the ship and is mad at Kenobi for giving Luke a toy ship. I don't understand why that would be a problem. I think the reasoning he uses is like he doesn't want him to see the outside world. But like a ship though, really, like a toy ship? Okay, whatever. So then the Inquisitors come back. Blah blah blah. Reva shows up. Is all rah rah rah. Where's Kenobi? Blah blah blah. I know he's here. Blah blah blah. Somehow singles out Owen for plot for plot reasons. Period. Like there's no other reason why. She tries to get him to say if he knows anything, and then she's eventually just stopped by another Inquisitor. He's like, rah, you're so impulsive, rah. That's the end of that scene. That's literally all there is to it. Now we get to genuinely some of the worst shit I've seen on my screen in a long fucking time. So we go to Alderaan. Okay. And I mean, oh my gosh. We see baby Leia. First of all, I have nothing against this child, okay? She's a child, okay? But her acting is very bad. There are such things as good child actors. You just have to hire them. I'm going to throw myself on a limb here. I think that's the saying. I guarantee you this actor was hired because she's cute. That's just what Disney does. I have nothing against this child. I'm just saying what I see. So we get to see the dude that from the Revenge of the Sith, which is the second best acting in this show so far. Ewan being number one. It just makes the child acting so much more obvious when she's talking to her quote unquote father. So we see little Leia's like adventurous, whatever, blah blah blah. She likes to run out in the woods for some reason, I don't know. She has this really cringe debate with her cousin. I could barely watch that. This is when the chase scene happens. So she goes out to the woods again, okay? But this time there's a dude there, and he's like, "I'm gonna kidnap you. I was waiting for you." And and then two people are also behind her, and she starts running. It's the worst chase scene I've ever seen in my life. She is a 10-year-old girl. I don't know how old the actress actually is, but in the show, she's 10 years old. Leia is 10 years old. She is outrunning 3 adult men. I am not joking. This 10-year-old child is outrunning 3 grown men in the woods. And it's not even like they don't edit it to make it somewhat believable. There is a shot where she is running, and behind her you see a grown adult like hobbling, not even running. At first I thought they were toying with her, but it quickly became clear once they started like tripping and like running into branches that no, this is supposed to be a serious like chase scene. We were supposed to be scared. A guard comes, and she doesn't think to say, she's 10 years old, but she doesn't think to say, like, "Help me, there's 3 people chasing me." No, she just goes, "Help me, help me." And then the guard doesn't take out his gun, doesn't anything, just starts running towards her and then dies. And then she gets kidnapped. That whole scene was just, it was the worst scene so far of the series. But don't worry, there's another one. There's another chase scene, and it's just as bad because it's a Jedi chasing her. We'll get there. The senator dude, I'm not looking up his name, calls Obi-Wan and is like, "Please help me, blah blah blah. Leia's been kidnapped. You need to." Okay, he gives the excuse as to why he can't use his army as we can't let anyone know a senator's been kidnapped. It'll cause so much drama. But like, is that really an excuse? I don't know. Like, maybe this is like a different universe. I don't know. I feel like maybe you would want your army to chase down these pirates that took your daughter? Like, what? I don't know. He gave the excuse he didn't want the whole ordeal to blow up. Okay, whatever, fine. Obi-Wan is reluctant at first. He's like, I don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm skipping that whole scene where he sees the Jedi, by the way, because it's just pointless. A Jedi dies. Obi-Wan talked to him before he died. Whatever. He goes out of the desert, gets his fucking lightsaber, eventually accepts the senator's proposal to go help Leia. That's it. That's the first episode. Now on to the second episode. So, he ends up on this planet. I don't know the planet name. I don't really care to. It looks just like Coruscant, like the slums of Coruscant. It's just another one. He's there. He's looking for Leia. I don't know how he knew she was there. He's just there. Maybe they said it in the beginning. I don't know. I don't know. He finds like a fake Jedi. I'm skipping over all the boring filler stuff because there's a lot in this episode that like just didn't need to be there. He's on the planet. He's looking for Leia. He eventually gets a tip from the fake Jedi that he needs to go to some place, and he was like, "Ooh, but you'll never get in." He gets in pretty easily, like he barely even tries, and he gets in. Whatever. He finds the pirate, and then they set up like a fake room. So okay, he finds a room. He thinks it's Leia in this chair. It's not. It's a droid. They somehow knew Kenobi would be there at that exact time. Maybe they had cameras, whatever. They come in and they're like, we knew you'd be here, Kenobi. Reva's going to be here in just a second. You're so doomed. And then he had this spice that he was given from this kid that he saw. And I'm assuming you're supposed to inhale that. But he throws it on the ground and it like fills the whole room. Like, the gas fills the entire room. And then he puts on a gas mask, and then everyone but him in that room is like, hi. That was a lot of gas in that tiny, like, that's first, she said, first one's on me. That's like a single-use sample that she gave Kenobi, and he just throws it on the ground, and it's like a smoke bomb? Okay, whatever. That's hardly the biggest problem with the episode, so whatever. Well, first of all, he gets Leia. He finds the actual room with Leia and then takes her. The acting in that scene was actually really bad, but whatever. From her, obviously. Again, no hate. She's a kid. But, I mean, this is Disney. You guys have so much money. Just hire a good child actor. I don't understand what... I mean, Stranger Things showed us you can have good child actors. I don't understand. Anyway. So Reva comes there and she's like, my pirates, they didn't do a good job. Rah, I'm mad because that's all my character is. I'm mad. Rah. So Leia has just been kidnapped. Keep that in mind. The most traumatic event in her life. She has just went through the most traumatic event in her life. She was kidnapped and held tied up in a chair for I don't know how long it was. I'd say at least a day. I wouldn't assume Obi-Wan could go to another planet, find her, and all that in less than a day. So she was kidnapped and all that. And she's just like walking around like, meh, I want to touch all this stuff. Ooh, what's that smell? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? Like, what? You were just kidnapped and you are 10 years old. A actual 10-year-old child who had just been kidnapped would be sobbing. They would be sobbing inconsolable. And she's just like, ooh, what's this? This is so pretty. I don't even want to go home. This is like so much better than actually being home. And Obi-Wan, eventually, they go into an alley. So first off, Reva sends out something to every single bounty hunter on the planet. Somehow, she just is able to do that. Or, I mean, it may have been just the city, just the district, whatever. I don't know how she was just able to do that. Whatever. And also able to do it without anybody knowing. None of the other Inquisitors knew. And in fact, when they find out, they're mad at her again. Why hasn't she just been executed at this point? These are Inquisitors we're talking about. She has fucked up and disobeyed like multiple times just in these 2 episodes. I would assume in the past, she was probably doing the same thing. And yet, the Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor, I don't know if this is the Grand Inquisitor or whatever, the main one is just like, bah, you're in big trouble, and then would leave her unsupervised after that. Multiple times. Multiple times he does this. Like, if you are the dark side right now, right? Wouldn't, I mean, like, we've seen Sith execute their fucking apprentices for less. In the books, in the comics, in the games, in so much. And yet, this Inquisitor has fucked up, disobeyed numerous times, and he's just like, wow, you're impulsive. And then just like walks away, leaves her be. What? At least like take her to a ship and leave her in there or something. So she is now standing brutally on a roof. You see that in the trailer. She's just standing there looking for Obi-Wan. I don't know, man. Leia and him eventually go into an alley, and a dude like tries to attack him, and he takes her out. This is the dumbest scene of the show so far. Leia sees that the bounty hunter is hunting Obi-Wan, and somehow comes to the conclusion. She somehow comes to the conclusion that Obi-Wan is in fact the one that kidnapped her, the one that orchestrated it, even though he just saved her. He just saved her from the kidnappers, and yet because, like, she's being hunted too. He had, like, that's very clear. He is also being hunted, but she somehow makes the conclusion that because he is also being hunted, that he is the one that orchestrated the kidnapping. What sense does that even make? What? I don't even like that. I can't find any sort of rationalization. Like, there's some things in some shows, you know, where you're like, that's a stupid decision, but like, I can suspend my disbelief. This makes zero sense. And then we have another stupid fucking chase scene with Leia running at 0.2 miles per hour, 10-year-old Leia outrunning a grown adult Jedi. She is outrunning a Jedi. And they want you to be like, oh, this is like a serious chase scene. He might not catch her. Oh my gosh. This is a 10-year-old outrunning a Jedi. Huh? I mean, in the prequels, this man, Obi-Wan, literally jumps up to like 11 floors. But he can't catch a 10-year-old? So she runs up to a roof. She starts doing this parkour, like jumping across rooftops. Obi-Wan still can't catch her. And then he starts getting shot at by bounty hunters, and we have another scene of fucking Reva. This scene, guys, is she just starts parkouring. She starts doing like fucking backflips and shit, chasing Obi-Wan because she saw the gunshots, and she was like, that must be Obi-Wan. I think they wanted you to be like, damn, she's really skilled, and this is really badass. You could tell that she was on wires and none of this was real. It was just embarrassing. It's just not convincing. That's the best way. None of this is convincing at all. She doesn't catch up to them, by the way. She only catches up to them once they get to the port, because she extracts the information from the fake Jedi that ends up actually helping Kenobi. He also had a gun and didn't shoot her. He like pretended to be a Jedi and was like, I'm a Jedi, you should take me in. And then she was like, you're not a Jedi, but you know where one is. And then he has a gun and doesn't use it anyway. Whatever. So she gets to the port, and this is like a genuine plot hole, like an actual plot hole that they just create. So she knows Kenobi's there. He tells Leia, blah, blah, go to the ship. I'll be there in a sec. She runs to the ship, and he's hiding, and she goes, Lord Vader will be pleased that I found you. Oh, you didn't know? Skywalker lives. How does she know that Lord Vader is Anakin Skywalker? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, period. Nobody knows that Anakin Skywalker is Lord Vader. I've seen some people make the excuse that, oh, like Inquisitors are past Jedi, so like they know. I mean, Was Anakin even publicly called Lord Vader before he was in the suit? Before that, as far as I'm aware, the only person that referred to him as Lord Vader was Palpatine. And that's it. He became publicly known as Lord Vader once he took, his seat beside Lord Palpatine after Revenge of the Sith when he was already in the suit. So how the frick, I'm going to not curse, does she even know that he's Anakin Skywalker? It genuinely makes no sense. It's a plot hole. It's a big plot hole. It makes no sense. So Obi-Wan's like, but he's alive. I didn't even know. So okay, the Inquisitor, the Grand One, shows up. He gets to the port. Reva's like, I found him. He's right here. And he's like, oh, I know, but I won't let you recklessly let him escape. Okay, whatever. He's like, let me show you how it's done. And she kills him. She kills the Grand Inquisitor. He didn't see this coming. I mean, this is the Grand Inquisitor. I saw it coming. I fucking saw it coming. And she just stabs him. Like, just that's it. And then he dies. The Grand Inquisitor. The one with the actual budget on his face. Such a wasted opportunity. The one that was like conniving and intelligent and was able to figure out where the Jedi was in the bar and it was actually threatening, gets killed by the angry woman. That's all there is to her character. And it's so clear that she's going to be the focus of the Inquisitors, and that is just sad. But they kill off this actual interesting character to focus on this boring character that we've seen so many times. It's literally just a female Kylo Ren. That's it. We've seen moody, angry Anakin, moody, angry Kylo Ren, and now we're seeing moody, angry Reva. Oh, and not to mention Fallen Order, that Inquisitor lady, that was the lady's old apprentice. She's literally the exact same. She is this exact same character. This is the same character. Why wouldn't you focus on the actual interesting Inquisitors? It's just such a waste. So overall, if I had to rate the first episode, all right, I'm going to rate both episodes separately because they are very different in quality. The first episode I would give a 6. A 6 at most. I don't know. But this second episode, oh my god, a 4. Easily a 4. The second episode was so bad. I don't know. This is my first video ever. The editing's going to be terrible, probably. I don't know. But such a disappointment so far. I don't know how many episodes this show is going to be. I hope to God it gets better than this. I'll probably try and upload reviews for the other ones again. I've never made videos ever. I've never edited a video ever. This is my first ever anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed my rant. This is more of a rant than a review, but whatever. But yeah. All right. Goodbye.